So why do real estate agents try to avoid working with first-time home buyers? It's a good question, and you would think that most real estate agents wouldn't try to avoid working with first-time home buyers, but after doing this for as long as I have, I've seen it way too frequently where agents, they do try to avoid working with first-time home buyers. And I say, actually, the skilled agents try to avoid working with first-time home buyers. And I'm going to kind of lay it out for you so that you know what to do when you're looking for the right agent to help you find that home that you're trying to purchase. Okay, let's start out by taking a look at the buyer pool. This triangle here represents the buyer pool. And if we go here and we say, okay, well, this is the median home sale price in the area where you're looking to purchase a home. Well, and let's just, for easy numbers, let's call it $500,000. I can tell you in my area, the median home sale price is 1.8 million. So again, this is for illustration purposes, but one of the things that you'll notice is that the higher the price, right? Let's call this 750 and let's call this, whatever, 250. Okay. The higher the price, the fewer buyers there are in that price range because it's an affordability thing, right? The more homes cost, well, the fewer people that can afford them. However, on the low end of the scale, there are a whole bunch of buyers who are looking for that home that they want to buy. And so when an agent is sitting there and they're going, gosh, do I work with first-time home buyers? Sure, it's going to be a good paycheck in the end of the day if they get a paycheck. But what's involved is a lot of times, first, working with a first-time home buyer from an agent perspective, we go, well, okay, first of all, are they qualified to purchase the property? Okay, and a lot of times people will try to convince us that, oh, well, we're qualified, but they really aren't. They really haven't gone through the qualification process. And so what we end up doing, and I say we in general, real estate agents, what ends up happening is you end up showing them numerous properties, going all over the place, driving from this city to that city and over, sometimes over to the next county and whatever. You're all over the place looking at stuff. And then one of a couple of things happens. They go, well, you know what? We can't find the right house. We're just going to continue renting. And now that agent has done all of that work, and they go, and they're not getting paid a dime. They don't make any money at all. They don't get a salary for driving around and showing properties. They only get paid when a transaction is closed. And so for an agent, they have to weigh out, hey, is it worth it? Is the payoff worth it for me to do all of this and then only get paid on the lower end of the scale, right? So let's say, for example, if they are making 2%, okay, let's just call it 2%. All commissions are negotiated or negotiable and all stuff, but for 2%, they're going to make $5,000 here. Okay, here they would make $10,000, right? And here they're going to make, what's that, $15,000, right? And so agents have to weigh this out, and they look at this and they go, well, wait a minute. For exactly the same amount of work, is it worth it for me to drive all over for months, sometimes months? I've worked with people for, like I said, 9 months. I've worked with people before to drive all over the place for 9 months and risk the fact that they might not ever buy a house. Or sometimes what's notorious with first-time home buyers is, they find a house, they go through the escrow process, they're approved, they're qualified, and they say, you know what, we're going to need all new appliances for that house. They run down to Best Buy and they go, we'll take the fridge, the washer and dryer, the dishwasher, and a couple of, we need a whole new stereo and TV and gaming setup, so we need all that stuff for our new house. And they finance it the day before escrow closes, and at the last minute the underwriter does their normal checks and they look and they go, oh no, there's $15,000 worth of debt that has been added to their credit, which then now makes them not qualified. So again, this agent is looking at this going, okay, this is a problem where first time buyers oftentimes, not oftentimes, but it happens more frequently on a first-time buyer than a seller or a buyer who is selling a property and moving down or moving up to a bigger property or buying a second property. They know better. That's kind of on the fault of the lender as well as the agent for not educating that client, because it's all a risk evaluation, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Is it worth it for me to drive around all over the place, make $5,000, or do exactly the same amount of work and get paid $15,000 and have less risk that it's going to fall out? Well, how do you, as a first-time home buyer, make sure that you get with the right real estate agent? Because, a lot of times I've spoken to first-time buyers and they said, yeah, well, we have the agent in our area who was like the dominant agent. You see their stuff everywhere. So you call that guy up, hey, Steve, will you help me buy my first home? They're never going to say no. They're going to say yes. But what they're going to do is they're going to basically dump you off to somebody else on their team who is a much lower level agent who doesn't have the experience and knowledge of the whole real estate industry as a whole, let alone all the first-time buyer programs, because that agent, they'll work with all buyers. They are not a first-time buyer specialist. In my opinion, a true first-time buyer specialist, that's what they do, is they work with first-time buyers because they have it in their heart that's what they want to do. That's one of the things that I love doing. I loved working with first-time buyers way more than I loved working with anybody else, because it was new and it was exciting and it was fresh and you can see the sparkle in their eye. This is a new journey that they're going on in their life. And so I appreciated that, and it made me feel good. But that's not the case in a lot of cases. So look, if you need help finding a good agent who has that desire in their heart to really help first-time buyers, who knows who the lenders are in the area, who specialize in first-time buyer programs instead of trying to jam you into some other program that's not going to benefit you, who they know the special programs that maybe the city or the county offer that nobody else is talking about, right? If you're looking for that agent, let us know. Go just firsttimehomebuyerprogram.org, fill out the contact form. Let us know what you're looking for, where you're looking for, and then we'll try to make a connection with an agent for you, because we just really want to see you have great success and a good experience when you buy your first home. All right, thanks. Any questions, comments? What do you think about it? Do you think about this information? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it right? What's your opinion? Go ahead and put a comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube, and then we will talk to you later. Take care.